Hey guys, it's your boy, Mr. Anderson. We're doing this week's Exits Off the Comic Con Highway. We're going to start off, it's a little bit of a slower show because it's July, and July seems to be a little bit of a break for the Comic Con Highway as far as the amount of Comic Con. So we're going to start off in a Midwestern exit with the Brian K. Morris, creator guy from Spencer Spook. By the way, the rewards are going out right now, and he'll be at FacCon? WhackCon? It's, WhackCon. There we go. Writer, I heard him talking about it in his program, Never Mind the Furthermore, which is on weekly, by the way. You should follow Brian K. Morris on Facebook to watch that amazing show. So WhackCon is going to be going on this weekend at the Lawrenceville High School, 2200 James Street, Lawrenceville, Illinois, 62439. That's going on the 7th and the 8th. Outside of the United States, on our Creators Comic-Con Highway, there's actually a comic summit. This comic summit is in the UK in Brigham. It's going to be about, this is the pitch line here, the UK Comic Summit, an event for creators, by creators, about the joys and pitfalls of making independent comics. That's happening this weekend, the 7th and the 8th of July, and it's at Comics Uncovered. And if you're in the UK, definitely check that out and let us know how that went. Now we're going to go over to our affiliate, the convention scene, and we're going to check out what's going on this weekend on the Comic-Con Highway. In Montreal, there's the Montreal Comic-Con in the Palais de Congrès de Montreal, and I know I'm saying that so wrong, and I apologize. That is the July 6th through the 8th, starting today, probably in just a few hours. In Niagara Falls is Fan World on the 7th. On the 7th and 8th will be in Morristown, New Jersey, will be the Garden State Comic Fest at the Manham Sports Arena. Also on the 7th through the 8th, in Youngstown, Ohio, will be the Youngstown Comic Con, and on the 8th will be in Atlanta, Georgia, will be the Atlanta Comic Con happening at the Marriott Hotel, Century City, 2000 Century Boulevard. Not to be confused with the Atlanta Comic Con next week. This is the Atlanta Comic Convention, and that is going to be a 3-day, I believe. And our last stop for this week is in Modesto, California, at the Modesto Con in Modesto Centra Plaza. Now, just as a heads up, 2 big shows happening next week, and it's why I brought up the Atlanta Comic-Con. First stop in Fort Lauderdale will be me at SuperCon with a bunch of other amazing creators. We're going to be talking about that more next week. And in Atlanta, Georgia, will be the Atlanta Georgia Con. Please let us know if you're attending any of these 2 promotions or anything next week by reaching out to us at indieadvocates@gmail or at yahoo.com. It's that simple. Just send us an email or tag us on social media. All right, guys, we're going to wrap up the program today by doing what we always do. We're going to go back to our main page. We're going to check out this week's exits, and we're going to talk about what's going on this week. And we found out that in the UK, there'll be a comic summit going on the 7th through the 8th. And here in the States will be WhackCon, which will feature Brian K. Morris. That's happening the 7th through the 8th in Illinois. And if you guys are on your cellular devices and you want to know how to get to that menu, you just go right here to these 3 little lines up underneath our banner in the right corner, and all these different sections. The arrows mean that there's more information underneath that you guys can look at, and you can always find the Comic-Con exits right here, this week's exits in the Comic-Con Highway, or check out the Kickstarter. So make sure to check out Brian K. Morris' amazing program, Never Mind the Furthermore, which really does support indie creators and comics and allows them to get a shout out. It's something worth watching and maybe even giving a link to. My name is Mr. Anderson, and I have been the advocating voice for these amazing Comic-Cons and creators. Remember to support creators on the Comic-Con Highway this weekend by buying an indie comic book or art. Also, if you're not going to a con this weekend, you're taking the weekend off from conning, support them through Kickstarter. We'll see you back in the Indie Advocates / Written Sins studios this week coming up. Have a safe trip and have a wonderful weekend, guys.